difference this year, Dan, is all Clyde has is Chad Long, and we're going to losing all their starters.
Let's hear that again, Wade. What did you say?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
I can't hear you at all. Clyde retrieves the kickoff at about the 37-yard line and goes ahead and looks like at the 43-yard line.
Tackled on the play by number 35, Mike Jones, and number 54, Dan Cato.
Can you hear me? I'm going to ask Wade to speak into my microphone here. Just speak into the one here at the top for now, Wade. We got a little microphone problem, but we're going to go ahead and tape. Anyway, this is Dan Henning with Wade Parker here for Productions in Fremont.
And off goes Chad Long off the left side tackle, and he's going to bowl ahead. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards. 4 or 5 yards there. Nice defensive stance by St. Joe.
Second and 5, I think it is, from right around the 50-yard line. Clyde, state champions in their division last year.
And off goes to the fullback, first man through. I didn't quite see who it was. We'll get his name here in a second. He jumped up, looked like number 20, but Clyde. And it would be Justin Woodruff. He's going to pick up 1 yard. Third down and 4 for Clyde. Ball's on the 49-yard line. St. Joe's going to go man-to-man here on the outside receivers. Pitch is going to go out to Long as if there was any doubt. He's going to get around the outside. And it looks like Kyle Caden was there to meet him and greet him and drag him down right at the 45-yard line. And that's going to be short of a first down, I do believe. No, it will be a first down.
First and 10 inside St. Joe territory.
Clyde lining up split left, slot right, high backfield. Handoff goes Chad Long off the left side, but he cuts back right through a hole up the middle, and he's going to pick up another 5 yards. St. Joe is doing good at stopping him here and there, but they're still picking up 4 or 5 yards. They continue to do that, they're going to walk right down the field.
Gain of 5 on the play, be second and 5.
Don't waste a whole lot of time in the huddle. We're going to run a slot flank left. Tight end right, handoff. It's going to be fake to Woodruff on the option. Quarterback's going to keep him. Be drugged right down at the 40-yard line for no gain. That got me. That's 2. There'll be a pass out to the left side up at the 38-yard line. He's going to get blasted out of bounds. The National Athlete picks up a Clyde first down.
Well, we moved to the other side. Ball's on the St. Joe 29.
High back formation. Handoff goes Long off that left side again. Maybe Clyde knows something about St. Joe that we don't. He's going to blast up for, looks like about a 4-yard gain right to the 25-yard line.
Tackled on the play by Kyle Cade and Kevin Good.
Second and 6 from the 25, and Long is the only returning starter from last year, I believe.
Well, that's only a bad thing, Dan. You get a state championship team, and then you lose all your starters except one, but you can't ask for a better returning letterman than Chad Long. Option going to go to him outside. He's going to be, he gets hit in the backfield, but try to arm tackle, which he's not going to do on Chad Long. He slips out and bowls, looks like about the 22-yard line. To pick up a 3, although he did run about 20 yards left to right.
Third and 2 for Clyde from about the 22-yard line.
Well, run him left or run him right. That's what he's done with bread and butter. He runs him left again. He's going to, looks like he just breaks the 20-yard line, which should give him the first down, depending exactly on the mark. Looking at the official on the other side is marking it, it will be a first down. Or no, it's going to be a yard short.
Fourth and 1 for Clyde from the 20-yard line.
We think they're going to hand it to Chad Long, or you think they'll fake and just give a quick handoff to Woodruff up the middle?
Well, they're showing power up the middle.
Hand off the line, attack in the backfield. Stand by St. Joe to make the tackle in the backfield on Chad Long. Loss of 2 yards. That should get the St. Joe offense fired up. The defense let them walk down the field and stop and cold. Gives the ball to the offense. We'll see what Kyle Caden here can do for St. Joe. Quick pitch off to Caden, goes off right side, cuts back left. He's still caught, and they're trying to arm tackle him also. They're not going to do that. And he's going to pick up 8 yards.
Tackled on the play by number 75, Andy Brown.
2nd and 2 with that 8-yard gain, and the ball is on the 30-yard line for St. Joe.
And Kyle Caden just showed why he's such a good running back the last couple of years. I'll give you a few numbers here as soon as the play commences. They're going to give a fake pitch off to him, a handoff to the fullback. Looks like that's number 14 for St. Joe, Tom Kerr. And he's got a lot of running room, but he's still got a balance way down about the slide 29 yards.
St. Joe's ball, 1st and 10.
Pitch back goes to Caden again. He's going to just juke and move up the middle. He's going to pick up a few more yards.
Gain of 7 on the play to be second.
7 yards farther for St. Joe.
2nd down and 3 at the play, 6-yard line. Third Caden back there. High pitch to Caden, but he's going to haul it down and get slammed in the backfield. And he dropped down. Looks like about the 32-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard loss.
Loss of 3.
Pitch goes back to Caden again. He's going to get a little running room up the middle. Looks like he's going to pick up about what he just lost and get back up to the original line of scrimmage. And now it's going to be a yard shorter than that yard of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th down and about 2.
We have 5:07 left in the first quarter. First game of the 96 season here at Harmon Stadium.
St. Joe's going to do exactly what Clyde did. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Let's see if Caden can slam some out like the Chad Long did. And he's going to get dropped, but not so after he picks up the 1st down. Third Caden in the backfield after that nice run by Kerr. I'd like to see him hand the ball back off to him. They're going to pitch Caden on sweep again. And he's going to bust outside, break a few arm tackles, and get another 1st down, man. He's going to be bowled all the way up to the 11-yard line. That's going to should give him enough for 1st down.
Well, Wade, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I know what they call it. The official said his knee was down, but the ball wasn't, because when he hit his knees, he dove forward. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 1 at the 12. And they're going to hand it to Kerr, as I just suggested a minute ago, and he's going to get stopped short of the 1st down, but depending on the measurement from the official's right foot spot, he's going to be about a half a yard short, Dan.
Let's see where they measure it here. Now they're going to bring him out, but it's not. I'm not sure why they're measuring, Wade.
It's not even close, Dan. It looks like about a half yard short. But it's a good, close game. Good defense, good offense, rivalry. Two schools are real close together, and they don't want to cause any problems tonight. They're going to make sure everybody knows it's not there. And I hear you, but nothing else. St. Joe line up with 3:38 and ticking to go in the first period. No score, 3rd and 1. Pitch back to Caden. He's going to get a hole, and they're going to nail him short again, Dan. Looks like he's going to get right to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. It's going to bring up a 4th down. I hope you're getting me.
Yep, I'm getting you.
St. Joe lined up in the high backfield. They're going to have a little power flank here to the left side. And they're going to hand up Cade straight up the middle, and he puts his head down and gets it. Depending on the spot, but from where he rolled over the top gentleman, he got the 11 where this was marking.
Yeah, he's marking clear up here inside the 11.
2-yard gain for Kyle Cade.
Well, they're measuring anyway, Wade.
And he's got it. Well, I was about to say, Dan, St. Joe's done twice in this drive what Clyde couldn't accomplish on their only 4th down conversion. They've converted 2 for 2.
Absolutely.
St. Joe rose to the occasion down in their own red zone down there and came up, slammed the door, took the ball, and they're walking down. They have 11 yards to score. Hand off Caden again as if they're going to choke. Oh, Dan, he faked like he didn't even have the ball. Stopped dead. The outside line, should say defensive tackle, ran right behind for the quarterback. He stood up, ran it in 11 yards for a touchdown. Is that I don't have the ball, he does play, then psych, here I go.
Yeah.
Well, I'd hate to see that defensive end or defensive tackle come Monday morning in practice, you know what I mean? Kick for Fremont St. Joe, number 24, Dave Murray. And no good.
No good.
I'm not used to seeing that, Dan. Didn't he kick last year and did a pretty good job?
Did all right. We have 2:20 left here in the first quarter, and St. Joe is up 6-0.
I can hear you. Murray back to Fremont St. Joe to kick off the ball. It's going to be a short kick. They don't want long to get anywhere near it. Looks like number 22 for Clyde is going to take it and return it for a few yards. That's Robert Boone. And Clyde's going to start with the ball on their own 32-yard line, or 37-yard line, excuse me, Dan.
Ball's on the 37, is that what they say? Looks like 37.
It's 37-yard line. Back to pass, and he's got a wide open receiver over here on the sideline. That's goal, number 8. And he's still got a bounce. Looks like the St. Joe 37-yard line. Maybe a pickup line. It goes Woodruff, number 20, the fullback, up the middle, and he's going to get down, stretch the 42-yard line to pick up a 5.
Clock's down to just a little under 2 minutes. Here in the first quarter with St. Joe up 6-0.
See if Clyde can open up the passing game. That's exactly what they're going to try. Here's Cole open on the other side again, right after the first down marker, but he's going to blast ahead for about another 4. That should be about a 4-yard pickup. 9 yards for the receiver Cole.
Well, there was just a timeout. Justin Woodruff carried the ball and ends up just about the 30-yard line.
A pickup of 1 yard.
Gain of 1, and to be second and 9.
Up very much, if anything.
Tackled by number 75, Kevin Good, and number 10,
loss would have been up to 3rd and 10. They have Chad Long out at flanker. Little slot action to go. Taking outside on a deep out. St. Joe has beautiful pressure on the quarterback. Then swung around a little bit. Looks like he's going to pick up about 1 yard. Well, it's going to give him 2 yards on that run, and it's going to bring up 4th and 8.
And we finish first quarter. St. Joe up 6-0.
Gotta go back to school.
We've got a pass here by number 13, the quarterback. He's going to throw incomplete to the receiver, number 84. And St. Joe's going to take over on downs again, Dan.
Hey, you're coming through loud and clear, Wade.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
I suppose you can take off that other headset when you get a chance.
A little busy.
Yeah. This is Dan Henning and Wade Parker with Everyday Productions in Fremont, bringing you first game of the football season here from Harmon Stadium. St. Joe is playing a Friday night in Harmon Stadium because Fremont Ross is playing Toledo Central at Wade on Saturday. And that makes this stadium available. When Fremont Ross does not have a Friday night game, then the stadium's available. Actually, they would prefer that St. Joe would play tonight for a home game because then it would not conflict with the Ross game tomorrow night.
St. Joe's ball, first and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Pass back to Caden, or pitch back, I should say. He's going to get up to, they're going to mark him at the 36-yard line. And that's going to be a pickup of 6 yards for Caden.
What do you say about this offense so far tonight, Wade? It just seems to be bang, bang, bang. You know, 43, 33, whatever they can run with the ball.
Well, whatever works, Dan. They come out knowing that Clyde doesn't have any returning starters from last year on their defense. And pretty much last year, the defense is what did it for Clyde against St. Joe in a 35-0 shutout. They Caden got his yards, but they shut down everything else. And St. Joe wants to come out and prove a point. We can run on anybody. And so far, they're showing it. Handoff goes to Kerr up the right side, and he's going to blast. Yeah, it looks like he might pick up about 2 yards.
14 is a Kerr number, I believe. Seems to me
that one
at least one other Kerr has worn that number over the years. Yeah, Tom wears it this year, but we've had other Kerrs in the past who've worn number 14.
Nothing wrong with that. Keeps it easy for us, doesn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
Whereas I was spouting off about Caden earlier, I never got to it, proving how good of a rusher he is. In '94, he went for 1,248 yards. And last year, even in their second mediocre season, he had 1,232 yards. And when you're on, he gets slammed down at the 39-yard line. That's going to be 2 yards short of a first down. That'll bring up 4th and 2 for St. Joe. Be kind of interesting to see if they're going to punt, and then comes the punting team. But as I was saying,
a little bit.
I was saying it shows when you're on 2 years you have over 1,200 yards, and your team's still mediocre. That just shows how good of a running back you are.
I guess. We'll see what happens here on this kick. He's standing about the 26-yard line.
It's going to be a short kick, but it's going to be high. And Chad Long, I was going to say it's not going to get returned, but he's going to squirt free a little bit. And I can't really see where he is. It looks like down about the 32-yard line.
Coach Rick Wonderly over here on the sidelines. Took the reins last year.
Handoff's going to go to number 20 for Clyde. I forgot his name already. That is Justin Woodruff. And he's only going to get a couple yards.
9:36 left in the first half. St. Joe up 6-0. Unable to convert on the Murray kick after the Caden touchdown. Got a referee's timeout. I believe we've got some headgear problems here.
Hey, Dan.
Well, they're back into the field of play. Wade's got some eye drops in now. He can see. Well, you dropped your sunglasses. That's what happened.
No, I took them off. I can't see nothing now. Now I can see them. Contact drops do wonders, Dan.
9:15 left in the first half. St. Joe up 6-0.
Going to be a pass by Goon out to number 20 Woodruff, and he's going to break a tackle off a defensive back there and blast ahead and have a serious pickup, Dan.
There's a lot going on here in this secondary. A lot of bumping around and knocking around. It's a pretty tough area to be in this game right now.
Be a 10-yard pickup for Woodruff. Well, Dan, I was even reading the paper, and I've been watching a little bit here tonight. St. Joe wants to prove that their defensive backs can go man-to-man, and they're doing a good job of covering. They're playing a little bit too soft of a cushion, but they're not making the tackles. They're getting up, they're making the hits. There's going to be a clip right here on the Clyde player who's not really easy getting up. There'll be a major loss. Looks like about -4 yards for Chad Long. But
I think I'd take the loss, wouldn't you?
The official threw the penalty flag. That's going to be a clip.
It's right up there when they're coming down the line, and that's usually what it's called, a clip in that area.
And when I played, it was called crackback, and it was one of the most illegal plays in the world because you can blow out a player's knee real fast.
That's what it is, Wade. You called it. They're moving it back. I'd say push him back, loss it down.
Definitely.
Clipping penalty on Clyde.
Ooh, it's a biggie. 15. Let's take a look at this secondary here, Wade, while we're watching this next play. We'll just widen the lens up here a little bit and take a look and see what's going on. A lot of banging around in there.
Just to clear it up, Dan, it's 1st and 26. It ended up being a 16-yard penalty because the clipping goes from the point of the foul. Quarterback's going to run it, keep it on the option, going to get a big hole. As I said, Dan, if you look right there, the safety come up, made the hit, but didn't make the tackle. One of the linebackers or linemen had to come up from behind to try and make the tackle. So the defensive secondary is showing that they can cover and play, but they're not making the tackles where they're needed. And that's a 17-yard pickup for the quarterback.
That makes it a 2nd and 8, though. With 8:29 to go in the first half, and St. Joe up 6-0 here in Harmon Stadium. Beautiful grass this year.
New grass.
Brilliant green.
Tell it's brand new, Dan. There's no mosquitoes out here yet.
I know it, yeah.
Take the long. It's going to be a nice long pass. He's got, almost picked up. Out there for Fremont St. Joe, it's Tom Kubat. He played that beautifully, Dan. Now, if he could have got his fingers around it instead of just knocking it down, we would have been good to go. But that will bring up a 3rd and 8 from Clyde's own 48-yard line with 8 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
Well, as you said, the secondary's playing, and they're getting in there, but they're not making the tackles yet. And that was a tremendous play by Kubat. And that puts Clyde at a 3rd with 8 to go on their own 48.
Oh, Dan, Clyde's kind of getting away from what their bread and butter was the first period, handing along. They want to show that they can keep up with the big boys and throw the ball.
Not there.
And right there they have a pass to Woodruff. Caden's in his face, on his back, and that ball is incomplete.
And Caden's making the tackle, too. He's not worried about where that ball is. He wants to get the guy.
With Clyde punting.
45 is going to do the kicking down here.
Jason Hasselbach for Clyde. Good snap, good grab, nice, end over end kick, but it's going to be fair caught, and St. Joe's going to have the ball. Looks like their own 25-yard line.
You broke your foot. This is the game you'd like to be out there in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, I'm supposed to be.
Well, let's see what they're going to do from this end.
I don't know. They should go back to their bread and butter, as Clyde never did. I go back and give the ball to Kurt and Caden and just take turns seeing who can run the furthest. Slip's going to go to Caden on a sweep. Quarterback comes up, makes a nice block, but nobody else does. And he's going to be drugged down after approximately about a 2-yard pickup.
Well, this has turned into one swell game here in this first half, Wade.
Actually, Dan, I didn't think it'd be real competitive. I figured it'd be, controlled by one team or the other. And it's pretty even. St. Joe had the one nice, beautiful, long drive for the score. But ever since, been defense. And right there was a beautiful defensive effort by Hasselbach, the defensive back. And he covered him like a blanket. There was nowhere that ball was going but down.
And that, just a little higher, he might have had it, but it just wasn't quite there. It was a nice play, though, a nice play call.
Dan, he would have had to lead him. The only way that was going to be completed the way Hasselbach was playing blanket would be throw it in front of him and hope he could outdive Hasselbach. Because it was not going to be caught on the run. There was no way.
Third down play and long.
3rd and 8. I'd like to see him try to throw it again here, Dan. But when you have a running back like Caden, that never hurts either. Running him on a sweep, there goes. Everybody, halfback pass. He's got the receiver down the middle. Intercepted by number 8 for Clyde. That's Corey Cole, the receiver. He's been pretty busy this evening, and now he intercepts the pass. Boy, Dan, he had the receiver wide open behind the defense. Corey Cole was playing free safety, and he was smoked, but the ball was poorly underthrown by Kyle Caden. And Cole got enough leaping ability to knock it down and play a little tip drill with himself. Clyde will now have the ball at St. Joe 34 for a first down. Boy, Dan, that's what you need, are breaks, and there goes Chad Long up the middle again. Looks like he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. As I was saying, Dan, the breaks are what you need. The turnovers. Right. That's what all defensive coaches have decided. And the offense looks at the defense, saying, get us the ball. And that right there gave Clyde a break. They have the ball in 34 yards at the beginning of the drive to get into the end zone. There'll be another flip out long. He's going to cut back up the middle again and pick up some more yards. He's going to be close to another first down.
Ball's on the St. Joe 21.
Comes a nice long pass. He's got Cole. Oh, defensive back out there, Dan. Number 20 playing good coverage again was Boussault. He tipped it up, but almost became tragic because Cole tried to haul it in after it was tipped. Never tip it up, Dan. Always tip it down.
Almost 6 minutes left here in the first half.
Long gets the ball again off left side, and he gets a nice little bear crawl going out through the hole, and going to be down to about the 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 9.
Well, when we were down here last time, St. Joe was a little unhappy with the spot, and this time Clyde's unhappy with the spot, Wade.
Oh, Dan, nobody's going to ever be happy with a spot. I'd look for him to hand to Justin, but they're going to hand it to Chad Long instead. Going to go off the right side and back up for a first down. But I do believe they're going to measure this one after they spot it. He did that whole series there backwards, Dan. As Red Cashin would say, Dan, first down! The best NFL official ever.
5:21 left in the first half, and it's a 6-0 St. Joe game. Clyde threatening with the ball down inside the 12-yard line. First and 10.
Got a chance to tie or go ahead on this series, Dan.
Got receivers wide right and left. 2 backs, 1 in motion.
You have to watch the split off to this side. That's Woodruff, but the quarterback's going to keep it himself and blast ahead. They're going to pick up about 4 yards.
Justin Goon gets up to
5 yards.
What about the 7-yard line? You always like playing secondary in these situations, didn't you, Wade?
No. One of these situations where I exploded my leg trying to hit the tailback coming up the middle. And the handoff, I do believe, it goes to Chad Long, and he's going to only pick up, like, I do believe, 1 yard, Dan. That'll bring up a third and short.
When did you graduate? 82, 3, somewhere in there?
83. Graduated in 84.
And I was out here watching you on that bitterly cold day in November. Remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Oh. Up in the stands here in the corner. We got 4:02 left to play in the first half, and St. Joe's going to call a timeout, make sure they know they're all on the same page. Clyde fans are excited because they think they're going to get a score here before the first half's over.
It's a very good call by St. Joe. It's a 3rd and 3. If they can stick them here and put them in field goal position, we still have a very close game with St. Joe ahead.
Well, we've skipped a little ahead here, and timeout's over with.
Handoff's going to be the option play. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to be short of a first down by 1 yard. Danny only gets 2. Boy, that's a confusing offense, too. When you run a quarterback with an option, and you have a weapon like Long at tailback, that ball can go anywhere.
We're going to look right down the line here, but it doesn't look like he's made it, is it?
No, he's a good half yard short, if not a 4 yard.
I'm giving him about 6-8 inches. And if it were 6-8 inches and I were the coach, I'd say go.
Well, you're down 6-0 with less than 4 minutes going first half, Dan.
No, it's almost a yard, like you said, Wade.
You either, well, you're inside, you're right at about the 2 yard line. You go for it. you're from the 5-yard out, I'd say kick a field goal, be down 3, be happy. But in this position, you have to go for it. Clyde's going to call a timeout and talk this over.
With 3:51 to go in the first half, St. Joe up 6-0.
Which one of these do I not need on? 'Cause I don't want to kill your battery. Which one's my mic? Which is my other one?
Well, Wade, let's see here. We're going to let you take something off here. You don't have to listen to me anymore. That's good.
Well, I can't hear you anyway.
That's right. Well, I can hear my mic.
Why you run down your battery if I can't hear you, Right?
It's fun using wireless mics, especially here in Harmon Stadium, because a lot of the radio stations that come in here use their little mini towers, and when they use those, it sends radio frequency signals all over the stadium, and it makes wireless really difficult to work with.
We never know what we're going to get.
Absolutely.
Clyde's going to go for it with a power high backfield. Power's going to the right with Woodruff, and up top, Chad Long, and he broke the goal line. The fans on this side are going to do that, Dan, but the ball hit the goal line before the knee hit the ground. Excellent ball by the official on this side of the field. You'll get whacked by flags, Dan.
We're going to get a timeout called. I'm not sure by who. He signaled. I guess it was Clyde. I'm sorry, it was Clyde.
What do you think, Dan? We're going to have a little
Razzle dazzle? I don't know.
do here. They called a timeout.
They only were gone for just like 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's going to kick, and it's good. Clyde takes the lead.
7-6. Clyde is up by 1 with 3:47 to go in the first half. Back in action.
Kicking off for Clyde is Josh Langley, a 6-foot, 165-pound sophomore. He's also the gentleman that just kicked the PAT. Oh, a nice deep kick. Return for St. Joe by number 31, Kubat. And he's going to be blasted down about the 33-yard line. Lining up. If I was St. Joe, I'd give to Caden or Kerr and let them go nuts, Dan. That was their big yard gainers in the first 2 drives, and they've gotten away from a little bit with the pass. But Caden's going to get the ball this time, and he's going to pick up. Looks like good another 3 yards. Like Chad coaching.
Would you say they've run the fullback for once, you say?
I do believe, I have to go back and check my stats here in a little bit, but I do believe it was only the one run, and that was, I'm not real sure on the yardage. I got confused. I think it was 37 yards he went. I'd go back to it. Now they're going to try and throw. He's just dumping off the Caden. He's right there wide open, but he's going to keep it and get hammered down at the 38-yard line for a pickup of 2. That'll be 3rd and 5.
Third down. Third down, 5.
I'd be sweeping wide side left with Caden, but they're going to do, there we go, the curl up middle, and he's only going to get to the 41. Be a pickup of 4. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
I think it's early in the game. You kick it away.
Definitely.
You got it on the 40. 2 minutes left here in the first half, and that's what St. Joe is doing.
And Dan, 2 minutes is plenty of time for Clyde to run down the field if you give them this short a field. They proved that on the last drive. They took that in about 2.5 minutes, went down and scored 7 points. Nice kick by St. Joe. It's going to end up out of bounds, so it depends on where the official spots us.
So they placed the ball down just outside the 30-yard line, right on the 32. Little confusion.
Timeout by Clyde. I do believe that's their last one, Dan.
Little confusion by Clyde. Yeah, this is the 3rd one.
Well, they come out of the huddle, and the fullback and tailback looked at the quarterback, and they go, huh?
Yeah,
I think that'd be a good idea to call
when you have 4
timeout.
backs standing in the huddle and everybody else is up the line, there's a little confusion
And all the
out there.
backs going, huh?
Absolutely.
Yep. good idea to make a timeout.
Absolutely.
That's cute.
Come on, Boo. Come on, D. Come on.
Well, they figured out what it is they're going to do. Got 3 backs. Everybody playing tight. 1:43 to go, 1st and 10.
Double tight end. They're going to run right with Chad Long. Got plenty of blockers out there. No defenders. He's going to cut back. I see 7 arm tackles before he's finally drugged down, but not until he picks up, looks like about 8 yards.
Not quite a first down. Pretty close. Not quite a first down.
Pitch back to Long, going back to bread and butter. Get some blockers, get a nice little cutback hole, and a first down. That'll be up to the 44-yard line. That should be more than enough for a first down, Dan.
Still a lot of time to go in this first half. Minute left. 7-6 Clyde lead. It's going to be 1st and 10. What we have on about the 44-yard line.
All right, backfield with the double tight ends again. They're going to hand off. Look, quarterback's going to keep it option and cut back through. That's Goon again, and he's still running. Dan, he fumbles the ball. I'm not sure who it is out there, but he covers it up.
I think it's one of the linemen, 55. Yeah.
50 number again. 2, 2, 1, 3,
Oh, man.
2.
Got a timeout here now. They're going to...
In the press box to collect your $1,200.
Oh, man. Should wait another 3 minutes. Clyde's lining up, and the quarterback is not under center. There's a different quarterback under center, and you're going to hand off to the quarterback, and he's going to be drilled out, but not until after he picks up 5 yards and a first down.
We only have about 19 seconds left in the first half. It's a 7-6 Clyde lead.
First down. 1st and 10.
Well, Dan, with no timeouts left,
40-yard line.
no timeouts left to go here with 16 seconds of counting. They better get the ball out of bounds or hope for a real long run. I'd be looking for sideline
They
pass
don't seem to
first.
be in any hurry right now either.
They have Coe split out to the right side, and St. Joe's got 1 man on him, but he's giving him one heck of a cushion. There goes the throw. He's going to bring it back this way. He's got Hasselbach there, and he's going to be incomplete. The defensive back was there, but if that ball would have been just maybe a yard shorter, Dan, that would have been 6 points. And the first half ends.
7-6, Clyde over St. Joe. We finished the first half of the first game of the season here from Harmon Stadium. We'll be back.
Wilson's Clothing in downtown Clyde has name brand men's and boys clothing at affordable prices. For dress or casual wear, Wilson's is the Sandusky County men's store with a tradition of value.
We have another 24 minutes of football action here from Harmon Stadium. Dan Henning with Wade Parker for Everyday Productions. Thanks to all our many sponsors for making it possible for us to be here this year. There's still time if you want to be a sponsor for this year's games. We still have quite a number coming up. And this game is a close one. 7-6 Clyde over St. Joe. And who would have thunk it?
Not me.
After the blasting last year that St. Joe took. But Wonderly's got his guys in gear.
Oh, beautiful deep kickoff. St. Joe's going to return. He's got a nice wall of blockers. Gets a big hole outside. Here it comes, Dan. We're going to get hammered. You better back up. Whoa, nice run. Beautiful kick return. And that was Paul Grill for Fremont St. Joe with an excellent run back. And you can't take anything away from Clyde. Boy, the St. Joe return team was just hammering everybody.
Wonderful blocking. Just tremendous blocking all the way down the line.
And that's going to give St. Joe a first down at the Clyde 37-yard line. That's what you like to see, Dan.
Absolutely. Exciting game. Exciting. I was talking to Larry Schultz. He's the principal over at Clyde. He said it's a little too close for him.
Hand off the curve.
Larry is teaching the Fremont school system. Of course, we've known Larry and Bob Bishop, who's the head coach at Clyde for quite a number of years.
That was Kerr on the run, Dan. He picks up 2 yards off the fullback position.
Great rivalry between these schools. Goes back to the SBC years. Love to see them fight it out like this. You never like to see a blowout like last year.
Oh, yeah, but Dan, you got to expect that every once in a while. It's going to happen. You know, Clyde ended up going and winning the state in their division. You know, so a little bit of blowout, isn't that embarrassing, actually? And
they picked up on that one. They picked up on that one real quick.
And Bobby Druckenmiller there with the run, and he's going to go for no gain. Oh, no, they're going to give him a yard, Dan. We'll take it.
Ball's on the 34-yard line of Clyde. We have a little under 11 minutes to go in the third quarter.
It's going to be a third. No, they're not going to give him a yard. Well, the officials did. The clock didn't. So it's going to actually be 3rd and 6. Or 3rd and 7. Excuse me. They did change it.
Nobody's playing wide here. What do you expect, Wade?
Oh, something like off tackle or right up the gut with Caden. Caden's up and puffing, and here he comes right off the right tackle. Going to get a beautiful block from the quarterback. And then he fumbles the ball, but the quarterback, number 5, is Jason Fitzgerald, is there to haul it back in. So St. Joe will retain the ball, and looks like they're going to be at about the 37 or 27-yard line.
That's a way to get a first down.
It's going to be real close to a first down.
Well,
Yep,
they've moved it.
Down.
They have moved it. By the way, I should mention, Wade, that Barb is upstairs videotaping, so any shots we use from up there are courtesy of my wife, Barb.
And we'd like to thank her for doing that for us.
You know, last year she wasn't able to help us very many times because of work and other things she was doing. And this year she is. And this is the year we desperately need her up there.
Definitely.
It's hard to get people to work for nothing anymore, Wade. You know?
Well, not always. There's some of us still out there, you know.
Oh, yeah?
That was Kyle Caden picking up 5 yards on a off a left tackle run. And I'd like to also emphasize, Kerr had a beautiful block out there. He hammered the defensive end down, and that opened a hole for Caden to pick up 5 yards.
Now we'll take a look at this backfield of St. Joe with a 2nd and 5.
Delay of game.
Oh, Wade, I have to tell people that we have new shirts, new sweatshirts, new coats this year. We get stuff every year from TMH Sports. I go down there and ask Tom Hall to put something together for me, and it was a nice little package he put together for me for this year. And why don't you model the new shirt for us? Isn't that
neat?
I
have to. There we go. How's that look?
That's good. That's good. Nice shirt. I like the style.
Definitely.
I like the style. I like Tom's style. He does a good job. That guy keeps busy. Last I heard, he was doing Cedar Point stuff. He was doing, I don't know how many businesses around here. He really keeps busy at TMH Sports down on Krogan Street.
And the nice thing is, you know, he's a lot of, we're going to have to run offside here, Dan, before we get hit. Fitzgerald's going to keep the ball, and he's going to drive up to the 24-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of only 3. Or no, excuse me, not 3, but that's going to be a pickup of 8. And he's going to get back to 5 and then some.
Actually, Tom's supposed to be here someplace tonight if he could make it back. He had meetings everywhere, and he's just one busy guy.
He does a lot of work for the places here in the community, such as ourselves, Dan, and he does a real good job. My wife's gone down there and had him make some stuff up for me, which I never thought she would ever do. But he does a real good job. I really like his style.
He's competitive.
It's going to be a nice long pass here, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh! Through the defensive back's hands, and number 81 to Ben Werling had a chance at it after it went through the defensive back's hands, but he just couldn't stretch out far enough to reach it. That will bring up a 4th and 7 for St. Joe, and I'm not sure, but it does look like they're going to go for it, Dan.
Well, they're bringing him in. Let's take a look, see what happens.
4th and 7, about 24. They have to make at least the 17-yard line. Going to be the reverse. I was just talking to him out back about. Oh, beautiful run. That was Bobby Druckenmiller for St. Joe, and he gets all the way up to the 10-yard line. Pickup of 14.
Well, that surprised everybody, except you.
Except me. I was just talking to a few friends of mine out back, and I was telling them they need to run a reverse and get this game opened up. They're not going to keep running up the middle every down, and that's what they're doing. And Caden's going to get blasted out of bounds down at the 5-yard line.
Got an official's timeout here, an injured player. I think it's the quarterback, Goon, who's going off the field.
That's who it is, Dan.
And he started limping and tried to hustle off, and
All students should be in their seats at this time.
looks like his left leg there, Dan. But he's walking a little gingerly there. He may be back, but they might sit him. We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of game left to be played. If he can get back, he's a tough player. If he can get back, he'll be back. Clyde really hates to see this, but...
Well, they do have another quarterback, and they had one in earlier.
And you got to be careful, too. You know, you can't push him too hard. You got, 9 more games this season. And if they go playoffs, more games. And can't make your starting quarterback ruin his whole career in one game.
I see next year we're going to have an expanded playoff. I believe it's next year.
I'm not sure when that is,
I think we're going to double the number of teams next year. That gives them another weekend. But they're going to eliminate 1 year of preseason. 1 week, I'm sorry, of preseason of scrimmages. I think that's what they're going to do it so that they don't go any farther into the school year. Because after all, if they do, the farther they go, the more it hurts basketball teams around the state.
And your point is?
Yeah, my point is.
No offense to basketball players, but hey, this is football.
No, we still got a referee's timeout for the injury here, and now they're about ready to start again. 8:24 to go in the third quarter. It's a 7-6 Clyde game, and St. Joe is aiming to score here. Second, and you might as well say goal to go, although they could get a first down with inches to go.
They need to get within about, I do believe, 6 inches of the goal line.
They're out on the 5-yard line now, just beyond the 5.
And up goes the Caden off left side. He's going to get those work up the 1.5 yard line. They're going to mark it at the 2. That'd be a pickup of 3.
Football Friday night, Wade. Don't you love it?
Love it, love it, love it. I've been waiting for a whole year for this, Dan. Every year I wait.
Well, I appreciate your assistance down here.
Oh, fumble from the snap center to the quarterback fumble. And who's going to come up with it? Looks like St. Joe with 4th down.
Fumble on the play.
They're trying to fire him up here now with that fumble.
Gerald.
They're going to be back, what, about the 8-yard line?
Looks like about 7, Dan. Once you know it, the only place I didn't put mosquito spray, I just got bit.
Timeout, St. Joe.
It is a full house here. Of course, you know that there is no Ross game tonight, so surely some of those fans are here. St. Joe fans, obviously, and Clyde fans have filled their side. We got people standing, not necessarily because they have to, but they're standing down there to get a better view. This is one full night here. It's even hard to get a soft drink, isn't it?
Not for me.
Well, not for us. Yeah, we just go over and, please, give me a drink.
Can I sneak to the head of the line real quick?
Yeah, the perks that we have.
They're good perks as long as you don't take advantage of them, Dan.
That's right. Okay, they're going to hold, see what happens here.
See if Dave Murray can poke this one through the uprights, Dan. I hope he can. He made some pretty nice kicks last year, and there it is. Oh, he hits the upright and bounces back into the field play.
Field goal is no good.
It bounces back.
Clyde 7, St. Joe.
Well, I hope you got that on camera, Dan. That was...
Oh, my. He had it up, and it was nearly there.
They say it's a game of inches.
Absolutely, it certainly was on that one.
That's right, they go to the 20.
1st and 10 on the 20. That's where it's placed after an incomplete attempt like that, and Clyde saved by less than an inch.
Oh, handoff to the first man through, and he gets stuck at the line of scrimmage, Dan.
Well, St. Joe down on the 2-yard line. with 2 downs to go, thought they could put one in, but a fumble by the quarterback puts it back about the 7 or 8. And then St. Joe has to make the attempt on 3 points and misses.
Boy, Dan, I missed it, but it looked like Woodruff ran it again up the middle and got poked at the line of scrimmage once again.
Exceptional by Kevin Good, Quinn Colin, and Dan Kalo.
3rd and 7 with that 3-yard gain. We'll stay down here in this end zone for just another play or so. We'll see what happens. Goon is back in at quarterback. Failed to mention that.
Nice pass out there. Oh, another beautiful pass. Tipped and intercepted by St. Joe. I can't see who it is, Dan. But I do believe it might be Bobby Druckenmiller, number 21. We'll have to wait and see when he hops up. Can you tell, Dan?
20, I believe.
Dustin Goon's pass intended for Josh.
That would be Brandon Boussault. I do believe that's his second one this evening.
Brandon Boussault. I thought that was him with those big shoulder pads in there.
Boussault returned the interception 21 yards.
St. Joe again, threatening. 1st and goal from the 5. It's a better position than last time.
Well, Dan, when you get 1st and goal and, you know, first drive here at the 5, the good things usually happen. Right there, I do believe it was Kyle Caden with a pickup of about 2 yards.
Kyle Caden, the ball carrier.
Wade says they're going to go to the short side. Well, it's not a guarantee.
Which with the camera angle right side, but here they come, and they're going to cut up, and he's going nowhere. I hate to say it, Dan, but heck.
Yeah,
go short side.
You thought it should have been the short side.
Backed by Dan Durham. Andy Brown.
We had a loss of 1 on that with 3rd and 4, or 3rd and goal from the 4. Looks like they're going to line up double tight ends or 1 tight end, power I backfield, a little slot here to the left. I like to see him do a little quick dump over the middle, but they're going to hand their bread and butter Caden, and then he goes for 6 points.
Kyle Caden, the ball carrier, takes it for the St. Joe touchdown.
Don't you love it, Dan?
Well, let's see what they do with the point after attempt after missing 2 field goals here. 1 point after and 1 field goal, rather.
Well, they're going to go for 2, Dan. You do it.
Yeah, you almost have to. You're up 12-7 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
1 touchdown puts Clyde ahead.
But, you know, with any other position, Dan, they miss. You got to try and get them back in eventually to go for it and get their confidence back. I'm sure with 4:42 left in the 3rd, they're going to get another chance for Dave Murray to kick a field goal. They're going to run the reverse again. Number 21 outside, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. Bobby Druckenmiller runs 2 yards straight, 25 yards left to right, and goes in for 2 points.
14-7, Fremont St. Joe. A lot of time to play here in the 3rd quarter.
St. Joe scoring drive, covered 5 yards in 3 plays. The touchdown coming on a 4-yard run by Kyle Caden.
And that's what turnovers will do for you, Dan.
Absolutely.
As we were talking about in the first half of the game, when Clyde got the turnovers are key to any game. Whoever has less, most of the time wins. I won't say all the time. Some teams can overcome too many, some can't.
Dave Murray to kick off.
Well, we'll stay down here for this kickoff, and then we'll move on down the field. As I said, Barb is upstairs doing some videotaping tonight. Actually, she has 2 cameras up there. We'll see what we get out of them.
Are deep for Clyde.
That's a long ways down the field from here, Wade.
Yeah, but
of course, you had to run that a few times.
Yeah. We won't discuss that.
I will admit,
crowd this field more than once.
I will admit I came out for football once, and I didn't have my heart in it, but I came out anyway when Coach Schuff was here, and I tell you, it was murder, and I said, I don't need any of this.
Nice long kickoff. Chad Long's going to take it at about the 18-yard line. Gets a nice little cutback off left, but then he's going to be dumb and try to go back right and goes nowhere. Out there for a beautiful tackle is Luke Reinick. He was not going to be fooled by Chad Long's fanatics at all. And Chad Long off the right side. He's going to try and cut back, slips a little bit, and gets greeted by St. Joe's defensive line. All 5 of them.
Loss of 3 makes it 2nd and 13. 14-7 St. Joe lead with 4:04 to play in the 3rd quarter.
That'll be a split backfield. Handoff goes to Woodruff, and he's going to be meted and greeted at the line of scrimmage. But he is going to pick up 2 of the 3 that Long just lost.
You think St. Joe's excited?
No, not at all, Dan. 11 for Clyde.
What was that you said? I just turned you on.
The 3rd and 11 for Clyde.
There, we got it.
Clyde 26-yard line. Split right, plank right, slot left. 1-man backfield, Chad Long in motion. Looks like Clyde's going to try and open the passing game, but guess what? 5-yard delay of game penalty.
Flag on the play.
That's not a good
When
sign
it goes
for Clyde,
bad,
Dan.
it goes bad.
They're starting to fall apart.
Quarter.
5 yards.
I don't know, you think maybe the young players here are maybe starting to get a little exhausted or even run down a little bit, because, yeah, they played last year, but not as much as all the starters that did leave.
Absolutely.
And they might be getting a little leg weary right now. Gonna go with the same play they just called. Look for him trying to slot some Chad Long straight down the field. He was looking for him, but couldn't get it. Oh, batted down! Batted down behind the line of scrimmage. Beautiful play, Dan.
Down by number 66, Mike Elsley.
That's gonna bring up 4th and 16. St. Joe.
Elsley with those big hands in there knocked it down.
Number 45.
And I do believe, Dan, that the quarterback might be down and hurt again, Dan. To wait and see who it is, but I think that might be Goons again. A little shaken up on the play. Let me make sure I got his name right. Goon.
3:04 left to play in this 3rd quarter, and St. Joe up 14-7. Well, after a few minutes down, Goon is going out. Even though it's a cooler night than what it has been recently, it's still a little humid, and players need to get a little moisture down their throats once in a while to keep themselves from dehydrating. Miller and Pollock are back for St. Joe. Nearly blocked, and it's going to go way out of bounds.
Beautiful defensive effort by the punt team. And they're going to mark it at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 on the 40 for St. Joe. Dan Henning with Wade Parker down on the field. Barb Henning upstairs with the other cameras. Operating 2 of them tonight up there.
Caden with the handoff. Gets a beautiful hole up the middle, Dan. That offensive line is doing a serious blocking job. He's going to get all the way up to the 23-yard line. Going to be a pick of 17. It looks like he might be hurt, Dan. A little shaken up.
Joe Hershey going out to take a look at him.
Boy, Dan, that offensive line is just blowing holes in Clyde's defense now.
And that's what you need, whether or not Caden's out there. You know, Caden can break some holes if you know, he's the kind of player who can do that. But now, you know, if he's hurt a little bit, you know, they could afford to take him out with those holes opening up in there.
Well, yeah, if they're going to keep blasting holes, and, you know, even somebody as bad as me running the ball, I could get through it.
Did I sound like I knew what I was talking about?
Yes, you did.
Oh, thank you. When you don't really know, fake it, you know. Anyway, we've got a 14-7 St. Joe's score with 2:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Caden comes off with what Wade says is a cramp.
I hope.
Yeah, it looks like
he walked off on his own power and barely has any kind of limp at all. So I would assume it's a cramp, even though you shouldn't assume anything. He'll be back.
He comes out of the game for the play, and St. Joe on the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 on that big blast by Caden.
Got us eye backfield. I'm not sure who the fullback was. First man through. I didn't get a number. Just give you a minute to look.
John Kerr.
Okay, Kern. And who went in for... Oh, we're going to have a...
timeout by St. Joe. .2:14 to go in the third quarter, 14-7. St. Joe moving the ball downfield. The ball about just outside the 22-yard line.
And then replacing Kyle Caden is Devin Pollock. Pitch goes to him outside. They're going to try and run that sweep. He gets a nice little block out there, but he's going to be drugged down at the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten one, Dan.
We're going to have third and very, very long here.
Held by the official spot on the sideline. They got him right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. He's got a receiver there. If he can get the ball, but it's 5 yards out of bounds. Boy, Dan, you see him drug his toes, but it was the dotted line, not the sideline. He's about 5 yards out. You all right?
And Druckenmiller has a cramp. He's going to be all right. Two players go off the field with cramps. 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. 14-7, as we said a few moments ago. St. Joe with the lead. Non-conference game to start off the season here in Harmon Stadium on this last Saturday of August, the last Saturday of summer. Oh, last Saturday of summer, 96. It's amazing, isn't it? I'm talking about summer vacation time.
Oh, pitch back to Caden, who's back to game, picks it up off the ground, had a fumble, pass it, wide open! Wide open in the end zone. Andy Shimanowski for Fremont St. Joe. Caden gets the pitch, drops the ball, picks it up, throws it downfield, and gets a touchdown, Dan. On fourth down.
I don't have anything to say. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Could you have planned it any better than that? That thing flipped right over his shoulder. He picked it up and threw it.
Well, then they had another receiver on the other hash mark wide open. The punt return man was back here all by himself. He can't cover two. And they let Murray punch one through.
Good job, and it's 21-7. St. Joe with 1:18 to go in the third quarter. Well, let's see who we have back here. And we have Chad Long back here someplace in the middle of all that.
In the middle, over on the other side, Dan, we have Robert Booney, and on this side is Corey Cole. Boy, Dan, if Cole or Chad Long get a hold of this ball, it could go a long way. They're going to kick the other side of the field.
Booney gets it.
We'll see what Booney can do with it. He's got his shield on. Looks like Darth Vader gets a nice hold, busts it up. He's going to get, looks like about the 35, 36-yard line. Nice return. That's 5 yards off.
5 yards off, that's not bad. First and 10 from the 38 for Clyde.
Long and Woodruff in the back. And handoff goes long off the left side, gets another hole. And he fumbles. St. Joe's got to recover. Looks like number 26, Paul Burrell out there for St. Joe recovering the fumble. Boy, Dan, the fumbles and turnovers for Clyde are killing them. And
Paul Grail was the one who picked that ball up, or landed on it, I should say, which Wade called a moment ago.
St. Joe's going to take over at the Clyde 49-yard line. As I said, these turnovers are killing Clyde. Every time they turn the ball over, St. Joe does something with it. And we'll see if they can do something with it again this time. Handoff goes to Caden again. It looks like he's in good shape. And he falls down at the 45. It's going to be a pickup of about 4. Caden and Curran back to it again. Handoff goes to Caden again. Gets a nice block, but then bounces outside, goes ahead, and he might be a yard or two short of first down, Dan, but he gets a nice little pickup.
Flyers are kicking themselves right now for doing what St. Joe did in the first half, and that's not tackling. They're going to measure this one and see what we get out of it.
You know, the not tackling's hurting them, Dan, but the major thing hurting them, other than the St. Joe offensive line, is the turnovers.
You put all those combinations together, and it makes an explosive mix for St. Joe tonight. Just short of a first down. Well, it's 3rd and inches for St. Joe, and the third quarter's not over with yet, with St. Joe leading 21-7. They're going to let the clock go down, though, and let us finish this quarter. St. Joe is up 21-7 after 3 quarters of play. On to 7 here at Harmon Stadium on the last Saturday of August in 1996. Dan Henning with Wade Parker on the field, Barb Henning upstairs. The other camera.
Hands off to Kerr up the middle, and he's going to pick up a first down, Dan.
They didn't need much, and they got it. You know, that fake's going to work someday for him, you know it?
Well, one of these days they're going to fake that, and everybody's going to jump on him. He's going to roll out and hit Caden going down the sideline. Nobody's going to touch Caden.
This is a big score for St. Joe after, you know, everybody keeps comparing it to last year, but these are 2 entirely different teams in many respects. Wonder he's had another year to coach the team. Bishop lost a lot of guys.
And that never helps.
Absolutely. You train them and train them and train them, then they go on to play someplace else in college.
Handoff goes to Caden, gets stuck in the backfield, and bounces outside. He's going down the sideline, Dan. Up to 25, 24, 25, 20, fumbles. He fumbles, and Clyde recovers. Didn't need to see that, Dan.
But Clyde has the ball, though, deep in their own territory, down in their own 20. But it's still a big turnover because St. Joe was threatening again. If they would have made it 28-7, it would have been really hard for Clyde to come back in this game. But now Clyde, if they don't shoot themselves in the foot like they've been doing so far this game, might have a chance.
If they don't turn the ball over, Dan, they'll be all set.
2 touchdowns and extra points, and they're back in it. Plenty of time to play. We just started the 4th quarter.
Handoff goes Chad Long left side, and he's just going to kind of dive a little bit and pick up a couple yards. And that's not going to do him any good, Dan. Leaving your feet and diving for 2 or 3 yards isn't going to help.
Well, it looks good on camera, but you're right. It doesn't do very much.
We have Coe split out here to our side, Dan, and out here along with him is number 20. Lost my paper, but it's Woodruff. And they're going to pass the ball. They fake the reverse, and St. Joe does not fall for it. Out there is number 66 for St. Joe, Mike Helsley. I knew I'd get it right.
You got it right.
And I didn't see the other number, Dan. Did you get it?
No, I didn't get it. I was just watching him. He was the main...
he's the one that
he was the main
bulldogged
fly in the face. That's what he was. He was bulldogging out there. That's right. And it's 3rd and nearly 20 yards for Clyde. Inside the 15, down about the 12-yard line. 2 receivers wide over here, Wade.
Last time, Dan, they went to Coe at the sideline, but they got Chad Long streaking. If they can get the ball out to Long, they're going to fake the reverse handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it and come out right at us. And Goons pull it down. Looks like about the 21-yard line. That's only going to be a pickup of 9 yards. And we have another cramp, Dan.
Well, Goon's gone off the field again. We're moving on here with 9:59 to play in this game, and Clyde's got to kick this one away. We'll see what happens down here. You know they're all going to be coming.
Well, they're definitely going to come after getting a hand on the last one, but no, they're going to
No, they're not. They're waiting.
One guy comes.
He's going to take
it. It's going to be a fair catch at the 50-yard line. St. Joe will start at their own 49-yard line.
First and 10. And it says the ball's on the 51. Now, only I could make that mistake.
Well, Caden's out of the game. Handoff goes to Kerr up the middle, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Actually, obviously, the ball's on the 49 of St. Joe. This clock keeps moving down. We're down to 9.5 minutes to go in the game. 2.5 minutes into the fourth quarter, and St. Joe is up 21-7. And Wade, a lot of us had feelings that this would be a good game, but this has been a tough one for Clyde, especially here in the second half, with St. Joe taking advantage of a lot of misplays, miscues, and missed tackles.
Caden back in the ball game. They hand him the ball first play back in, and he's going to dive ahead, but he's only going to pick up maybe, I don't find out the spot look like 2, but they're going to move back right at the 50-yard line. It's going to be pickup of 1. Take the handoff to Caden. It's going to be a rollout. He's got a receiver, and he's going to get there, but Cole's going to be over there to interfere in his face. Fitzgerald, excuse me, but the receiver out there had a chance at it, had it in his hands, but couldn't wrap his hands around the ball, but that always helps when defensive back gets his hands in your face.
I think they'll punt, yes.
Be a good time for a little fake. I came after it, and he gets off a short punt. Chad Long calls for a fair catch, but it drops 10 yards before him, and down at the Clyde 33-yard line.
Goons back in as quarterback. Ball's on the 27-yard line.
Well, Dan, Chad Long comes out to a wide receiver again. Can't see who's in the backfield. I do believe it's number 7, Cadet Renfro. And there's a pass down the middle field, and Dan. If Justin Woodruff would have turned his head and looked around a couple seconds earlier, he had 6 points.
Well, Clyde's down by 14 points here with a little over 8 minutes to go in the game.
No, they do hand off to Renfro up the middle, and he's going to blast ahead to about the 31-yard line, be a pickup of 3. Boy, Dan, Chad Long took off around the side. I thought for sure it was going to be a reverse. Going Long, lined up on this side of receivers. I do believe it's Hasselbach on the other side. Long goes in motion. They have 4 receivers. Long's over in the middle, but the quarterback gets swarmed at the 25-yard line by 3 of the St. Joe defensive linemen. Them linemen are just
66 and 75.
Them defensive linemen are just crushing Clyde's offensive line. When you have 3 or 4 linemen that can crush 5 offensive linemen, you got a good game going.
That's exactly what's going on here.
And Clyde's going to have to punt.
It's got a 4th and 12.
But they're lining up. Looks like Chad Long's going to be back.
The punter's not there.
The punter didn't come in, so now they're going to have to call a timeout. Chad Long's going, where's the punter? Where's the punter?
And St. Joe is reveling in this right now, enjoying this 14-point lead with 7 minutes to go as Clyde calls a timeout.
It's just the right contact. For some reason, don't want to stay put. I tried to see with one eye, you know.
I tried contacts once, Wade, and they kept getting stuff in them. I'd keep them clean, and I just had too much trouble. I'm just one of those guys who has trouble with contacts. Anyway, we have 7 minutes to play here, and they do have a punter in.
Number 45 for Clyde. That's Jordan Hasselbach. He gets off the punt, but St. Joe defenders are close. It's going to be a real short one, and Clyde's going to end up downing it somewhere down around between the 30 and 40. I can't really tell from this angle, Dan.
And Clyde gets the ball again.
St. Joe gets the ball, Dan.
Sorry.
We don't want to give it back to Clyde.
It's been a long day.
We don't want to give it back to Clyde.
It's been a long day. I had too much stuff to do today. People are calling on me to put together all kinds of videos for them, which I enjoy doing. I really like doing it. Make a little money besides. And of course, you know, I do weddings and all kinds of stuff. And so I was busy editing all day today, but running.
Handoff looked like it went to Caden, which it did, and he's going to fall ahead. And he's going to pick up a couple yards, Dan. He's just padding them stats now.
Well, Caden's the one with cramps this time. He's going to come off the field.
Yeah, we're having a cramp match over here, Dan. See which team get the most cramps.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, by my very unofficial stats here, Kyle Caden, after that last carry, has 26 carries for 107 yards. Not too bad, shabby for a Friday night. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Handoff goes to Caden's replacement out there. That's number 25, Devin Pollock. And he's going to blast ahead and pick up. Now they're going to, oh, it is a first down, Dan. They're going to give it to him.
First and 10 from the 49. 6 minutes to play. St. Joe's up 21-7.
Kerr and Pollock in the backfield. Pitch handoff's going to go to Kerr. No, yeah, he is a Kerr, Dan. I thought maybe the quarterback faked me for a second. Boy, he should have kept that, Dan. He come rolling out there. There's nobody on this side of the field. He had all day to run. Looks like they're going to let Caden have a rest back here on the bench and relax. Let Pollock get some time in, and he's doing a pretty good job.
It's a 3rd and 7 from the 48 of Clyde for St. Joe.
Pitch back to Pollock again. He's going to go off right side, gets one good block, breaks the tackle, but then gets hauled down. And he looks like he's going to go for about a 2-yard loss, Dan.
And St. Joe's going to have to punt this one away. I see Chad Long deep back here. In fact, he's the only one deep.
Oh, St. Joe gets a high snap, but they're going to whistle something dead. Maybe Clyde, either St. Joe moved or Clyde was offside, because they whistled that dead.
There.
They whistled it dead immediately. It's against St. Joe. Had a little illegal motion there on the line of scrimmage.
Now that'll just move Long up a little bit. Look at that beautiful moon tonight. Straight across the field.
Oh, yeah. Did you see it last night, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
It was up there. Nice, bright white.
Changed who's back. 42's back.
Oh, Clyde gets in there.
And they're going to
get a block off. They tackle they rough up the punter, and there is no penalty.
There's no flag back there.
Evidently, they must have thought that the defender made contact with the ball. Kerr's going, what's going on? What's going on?
Well, we've moved downfield. We're inside the 20. Clyde has the ball at about the 17-yard line.
It'll be a pass. They got a Cole open here inside. Oh, give and go. He's wide open now. Number 21 for St. Joe, who did not catch the ball, even though he thinks he did. And Bobby Druckenmiller was almost an interception. Boy, Dan, I saw that he had it, but when he hit, as he went down to the ground, the ball hit the ground. Then he rolled over and said, look what I got.
Yeah.
Excellent call by the official.
Good acting.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. Excellent acting, but better officiating.
Yeah. Clyde leading 21-7. I mean, St. Joe leading 21-7. Excuse me.
End up with a Dale. No, he gets off the field. Gonna hand. Nope. Takes it. Chad Long gets another pass. Oh, he gets slammed in the backfield. Originally number 75 for St. Joe. Kevin Good gets in there and pulls Goon down.
We're down under 3.5 minutes to play in the game. And it's going to be a 3rd and, what do you say, about 14? 3rd and 14 for Clyde from inside the 15-yard lines, down about the 14, yeah.
Dan, think they should run it? Only if it's a reverse to Chad Long and somebody's sleeping on defense. And I wouldn't count on that this evening. These St. Joe defenders got a 14-point lead. They're wide awake and ready to play. Oh, they get a nice pass out here. I thought it was going to be complete, but went off the receiver's hands, and St. Joe had a shot at intercepting that one again with Druckenmiller, but it falls to the ground harmlessly, and we have a 4th down.
He's going to be kicking this ball from about the 5-yard line by the time he gets it and steps forward.
I wouldn't bet on that either, Dan.
Yeah.
It's Friday night. Anything can happen.
Absolutely, especially with under 3 minutes to play.
You know, it could always end up over the goalpost out the back end of the end zone. I've seen that already.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Druckenmiller takes it, and he's going to try and run back. Oh, and he breaks through a little line of tacklers before he's hauled down at the 37-yard line.
We got 2:46 to play in this game, and St. Joe is up 21-7.
Dan, think Caden's going to get the ball?
It's a possibility.
No, Kerr's going to get the ball. And he's going to get, let's see, Pollock's back in the game for Kyle Caden.
You say Pollock's back in the game?
Yes, he is. Kerr's still at fullback. And they're going to hand off Pollock. He's going to get a little bit outside if he can break a tackle. Here comes Dan. Look out. Oh, he breaks that one. He steps out of bounds at the 19-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 15 yards, Dan. Well, Dan, after that beautiful 15-yard pickup, I would keep giving the ball to Pollock and let him get a touchdown this evening. What do you think?
I would. 2:05 to go in the game. 21-7. St. Joe up. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line of Clyde.
Here we go. Pollock gets off left side again. Gets another hole. Breaks some more tackles. Down at the 11-yard line.
Well, you give him
confidence.
You give him confidence. You come up with another tool in your games then.
Well, Dan, plus, you know, not only give it to him and try to let him score, but if you get down around the 5 or inside the 5, you haven't scored yet, you have to give the ball to Kerr. Kerr's been out here the whole game, every down, every play, blocking for Caden, blocking for Pollock, blocking for Caden, blocking for Pass. Give him the ball and let the workhorse take it into the end zone. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I'll keep my camera on him.
Here he goes, right up the middle. And he picks up, looks like about 3 yards, Dan.
They're going to
That should be a first down.
They're going to measure. Now, let's see. They got about 8 inches, maybe a little more. A little bit more to go. Got a 3rd down play coming up. 4th down. 4th down play coming up.
Dan. Third and one.
I thought I was right. I looked up at the board and I was confused by it. You get old like this, you know, you start getting confused and start driving station wagons, you know?
I won't comment. My minivan's considered a station wagon, Dan. 3rd and 1, give it to Kerr. He's close to the line of scrimmage, give it to Pollock, and he's going to go for first down and down to the 4-yard line, Dan. It's going to be a pickup of 5 yards and a first down.
Under a minute to play, 47 seconds, and St. Joe trying to put in one more score.
You know, they really need one play, Dan. I hope they don't try to rub it in.
Yeah, I don't think that's really what they're doing. They're just trying to get some more action for some players here.
Although after 35-0 slacking last year, I'd rub it in.
Yeah. Well, although I really believe that...
Yeah, he's going to down it, Dan.
Yeah,
there he goes.
Gonna down
and this game should be about over.
Yeah, Bishop could have really run in the ground last year, and he did not. He's a class act.
Yes, he is.
It was 35-0, but it's St. Joe played so poorly, you know, they could just walk it in. But this year, it's altogether different. And St. Joe wins this one 21-7 as time runs out. What an amazing story. Big difference from last year.
And with the big old water cooler out here, I think Mr. Head Coach got a bath.
Well, this is Dan Henning with Wade Parker for Everyday Productions. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's game and for tuning off into our programming here on Cable 35 this season. Wade, thanks for being with me, and we'll see you next time. We've got another week or two before we play another game. But the final score here is Fremont St. Joe 21, Clyde 7.